Everybody in this room currently pays taxes, myself included. We are spending billions of taxes to keep prisoners behind bars. And for what? So the federal government should release nonviolent offenders who are facing life sentences after 10 years. Christopher Ingraham's article states that 30% of 6,720 federal inmates are currently facing life sentences for drug charges. So imagine all the other, the other percentage that's currently facing life sentences for other crimes such as like shoplifting, siphoning gas. There's people that have committed robbery, rape, murder, and are currently facing less time in jail. The point of being in jail is, to rehabilitate and to prepare criminals to become civilized once they're released back into society. Steve Nelson's article mentions that the federal government currently houses 63% nonviolent offenders. Imagine all the space that we can open up if we were to release the prisoners and revise our laws. Currently, the jails are overcrowded, which leads to illnesses. It makes us spend more taxes to keep them in there when, I don't think we should. Richard Gunderman's article, The Incarceration Epidemic, talks about how incarceration rates have not only doubled, tripled, they've quadrupled in the last 25 years. An action that the federal government can take is to better our prison conditions, implement alternatives rather than sending our criminals to prison. That's prison reform. Lucia Bragg states that numerous bills have been introduced to Congress, and 2/3 of our Americans are currently waiting trials. So that's keeping our jail cells packed, which does lead to overcrowding, and sometimes these prisoners get sentenced to life when their actions don't even fit their sentence. The Bureau of Prisons publishes a notice every year that determines the annual cost of how much it is to incarcerate and keep an inmate in jail. In the fiscal year 2016 to 2017, we have spent $98.82 per day per inmate. And picture what we can be doing with those $98.82. We can be improving our educational system, improving our country's infrastructure, like improving the roads, and we can be fixing our national debt, since we're currently in a lot of debt. But if not, if we keep paying billions in taxes to keep these prisoners in there, we'll never be able to see better prison conditions or see our country develop. Like, where do you guys prefer seeing your 98.92? Because I'd rather improve our living conditions than spending them in people becoming incarcerated. In conclusion to this, today I've talked about the problem in our correctional system. I've also talked about an action that our federal government can take, which is pass the bill on prison reform. And I've given you guys a little picture of how our world would be a little better, which is developing our country's infrastructure, our educational system. And lastly, I think we should all start a petition, get signatures, that way we can place a measure on our bill, and that way our problem or our issue can be on a ballot, and we can all vote for it and see if there's a way we can pass prison reform. So we should all push Congress into passing that bill.